I'm from here originally. Some of you guys may know, yeah. And it's very fun. I brought my kids back on this trip, and they're like old kids now. And so like it's funny to see them interact with our stuff, our childhood a little bit. So we took them to the high schools that my wife went to and the high school that I went to. My wife went to Stadium. So she's like, well, like this is a castle. And I went to Decatur High School in Federal Way. And they drove by and they're like, well, this looks like a closed prison. It's like, I was like, no, it's an open high school. It's like, my daughter, my 9-year-old goes, oh, they tore it down. And no, this is what it looks like. She's like, oh, I feel so bad that people used to have to go to here. I was like, no, they still this is open for business. It shouldn't be, but it is. It's for whatever reason. But we moved to San Diego 11 years ago, and so we took them to a beach here, and it was so fun. And they didn't know that we had got to the beach. They're like, no, I see water, but I don't. This isn't the beach. This is just some gravel near the ocean. I was like, no, this is a beach here. Like you gotta wear shoes because it's a shoes beach because rocks and needles. You gotta be careful out here. So we went downtown to downtown Seattle today, and the city is bumping right now for the All-Star game. It's awesome. Yeah, it's great. It's lively. You know, there's art. I have not seen that much energy there since Chaz. It's wild. Yeah, it's nice to see it coming alive again. That's really a lot of buzz. And every time I come back here, Tacoma gets a little, it's coming up. There's a phrase that I use with my wife. It's called Tacoma nice. And that's when something is nice, but not like nice. Tacoma nice just means it's nicer than it used to be. Because Tacoma is your friend that went to jail and then got out of jail and then got a pretty good job. Yeah. And you're like, good for you, Tacoma. I want to hang out with you, but not all the time. I still don't always feel safe. I still have some questions here and there. We moved, like I said, 11 years ago. One of my favorite things to do as a Washington native is to watch all my friends' Facebook posts and play a little game called How Long Until They Move to Idaho? And California, it's how long do they move to Arizona? We have an equivalent down there, but you see it coming. You're like, oh, I've seen a lot of vaccine stuff lately. Oh, Coeur d'Alene is beckoning.